Thank you so much for having us here today. Like Nicole said, we set this goal last year, so it's a huge honor for us to be up here today. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about Trivita. My name is Meghann. This is Corey Feldman. We own Trivita together. A little bit behind our name, tri being three, Vita being life in Spanish, three aspects of life: nutrition, fitness, and healthcare. And I'm going to let Corey kind of talk about why we came up with this concept.
After being in medicine for about 15 years, first as an athletic trainer and second as a physician assistant, I realized pretty quickly that our medical system unfortunately band-aids a lot of problems with medication and quick fixes to get people out the door. Believe it or not, they don't like doing this. They just don't have time to do it any other way, just due to the way our system is presented. So again, after years of doing this myself and years of heartache and years of not fitting into either family practice, urgent care, or emergency medicine, I wanted to create my own system, my own place where I no longer band-aided the problems. I no longer prescribed medication to cover up a problem, where I could actually fix the problem and prescribe lifestyle changes that people could follow.
So we had kind of a crazy beginning. Corey and I met April 4th, 2013. That was our first date. And we launched Trivita June 4th, 2013. So if you're good at math, that's 2 months after we met. A little bit crazy. We thought we were crazy. Everybody we knew thought we were crazy.
But it just felt right. And so on June 4th, 2013, we started Trivita in a space probably actually smaller than this stage right here. We subletted a space out of a taekwondo studio that I'd been a part of for about 20 years. My instructor was nice enough to give me a piece of his floor 2 times a day to open it up to training his clients. We started with no equipment, and we charged about $50 a month. If we were, sometimes it was 25, sometimes it was 40. $50 was a lot of money back then, and I felt bad asking for money. So I was like, if you can, $50 if we could.
But we started building an amazing community in our space.
And if you see that blue line right there in that picture, that was our space, literally that blue strip of mat. But yeah, we grew an amazing clientele, and we had fun doing it. Again, we charged $50 a month-ish. We started with 8 clients and quickly grew to 30, pretty unbelievably for a new business owner. I'm like, wow, is this how it works? You grow this fast? This is amazing. If I just keep doing this, I'll be set. But unfortunately, I did have to give half of that revenue back to my taekwondo instructor as rent. So it was tough.
So we grew space, we grew people, we had a lot of fun teaching classes, we were starting to change lives. We had a community we were really proud of. And everybody had a lot of fun. And then Groupon. We didn't run the Groupon, the Taekwondo school ran the Groupon. So quickly they sold 2,000 Groupons.
Unbelievable. Which
meant they needed their mat back in their prime time. So we were faced with a decision and our first step off the cliff.
Yeah, so he needed his space back, and we were basically, for lack of a better term, kicked out of that space. It was either go off on our own or quit, try Vita another time. So we ventured out on our own.
We weren't sure if we knew how to make it work, but we had an opportunity for a space across the street. So we bought equipment, we bought mats. 24 hours before we were supposed to launch our studio in this new space, the landlord decided not to give us the space for various reasons. So it was January in Colorado, which is not conducive for outdoor training. We had no space, and we had nowhere to go. But we still had started dreaming. So the taekwondo school owner had stored some stuff in a space a couple doors down, and he said, well, you can use this for a couple of days until you figure it out. If you have ever breached commercial real estate, it's not a fast process. You don't get keys and walk in the next day. So we started training in this space. We were squatting illegally. They did not know we were there. We were not allowed to be there. Every single day for our classes, we had to pull our mats out and all of our equipment out and put them away between every single class so that the landlord didn't know we were there. And every once in a while when they would show the space to a potential client, we had to take everything out. So if you know how much equipment you have, pulling all of those weights and mats constantly in and out of a space is a huge task. But an amazing thing happened while we were there. We did not lose a single client. And in fact, they were still telling their friends and family about us, and they were getting new clients and more clients while we were squatting in an illegal space. 4 months later, we did end up signing a lease. We had no budget. It felt like, yeah, it felt like 4 years. We were supposed to be in the other space for 2 days. We had no idea how to run a business. And we realized we had 2 years of problems because the space that we leased was vacant for 2 years, which meant 2 years of bugs. But we did have our own space, so we opened up our schedule. We went from 8 classes a week in our taekwondo school to 40 classes every week with 35 clients. You know what 35 clients and 40 classes look like? Personal training.
For $50
not group fitness.
Yeah. Yeah. So these are a couple pictures of our new space. What you can't appreciate is the amount of bugs on the floor. But what you can appreciate is in that bathroom picture right there. What I came to find out later, I didn't know this at the time, but that's 2 years of caked raw sewage on the floor. Oh, I know,
and it
right?
continued to bubble up the first 2 months we were in the space.
There, yeah, kind of born out of necessity and desperation. And they said they'd give me 6 months free rent, so I took it. But we were determined to make it ours and make it great and make it the new home for all of our clientele. We were gonna make this place work no matter what.
And this is what 40 classes looks like on a schedule.
Because we built it and they're gonna come, right?
But people didn't come. How many times did we hear that with these speeches? We were ready. We had a great new space. We had 40 classes on our schedule. We didn't get a single new client in those first 3 months. We were at $1,500 a month in revenue, $2,500 a month in expenses. But we knew we had to keep fighting. We had something magical. We knew we'd already started building it. So we ran a Groupon, because it worked so well for the Taekwondo school, we thought it would work for us. We sold 10, converted 1. She's still one of our most loyal clients today. But we did eventually start to grow. Slowly people came in, started telling their friends. They saw what we were doing. We were conveniently behind a Dunkin' Donuts, so they would see us doing workouts.
And this is a picture of our revamped studio with our quotes on the wall. And again, we had an excellent community of people. It was truly a tremendous group, but we were struggling. We were struggling financially, and we didn't know why. We didn't understand. And so, again, out of desperation and necessity, on January 2015, we attended a Fast Forward event hosted by NPE, and Tom Jacobs was the presenter. And he basically told us, amongst other things, that we were making about $1 an hour. If that. I was being generous. I was being generous, yeah, about $1 an hour. And among other things, we had no idea what we were doing.
So we signed up for NPE that day. We split it among 5 or 6 credit cards so we could pay the price. And we joined and got Coach Cody Bishop, and he had no idea what he was getting himself into. Sorry, Cody. We started building our studio. We started listening to the NPE way. We started making changes. And we started educating, doing seminars in our space. So our revenue was about $2,500 when we found NPE. We quickly increased it to about $3,500 with just a couple of quick NPE lessons. And then in August of 2015, we had our best month ever. Don't ask me where a single dime of that $8,500 went, because it was gone before we even realized we made it. We had increased our margins. We'd upped our pricing from $50 a month to $99 a month. We added in personal training, which was great. And we kicked off a 10-week challenge in August.
And we started following the instructions, kind of.
Trying. But we did have an awesome community. So MegaTraining last year, we were here listening to the amazing stories on stage. Never thought we would be here. Listening to people building 10,000 square foot studios, making their dreams come true. And we realized that our why and what we started Trivita was not group fitness. It didn't fit the group fitness model, and so we had to pivot. And so we walked back to our studio, and on October 1st, we had the hardest day ever in our business. We told our clients that we were canceling group, and we were going to a semi-private model only. We said goodbye to 35 clients. One person stayed. So in December last year, we completely started over and walked away from everything we had built. But we knew we did it for the right reason. We knew we were going to finally make the change that we had hoped for with our clients. We were helping them with their medications. We were changing their lives. And we were educating them on what we could do and how we could support them, their health.
And kind of like Sean Greeley said yesterday, your biggest setback will bring you to your greatest accomplishment.
Absolutely. So we had semi-private training. We identified our target market. We leveraged free social media because we couldn't afford to pay for advertising. We started educating our community on what we did. We revamped our website, revamped our content, and we started actually speaking to our ideal client and talking to them about their issues.
And so like Meghann said, December 2015, October, November, and December 2015 were the hardest months for our business. I can't tell you how many times we called Cody, having him trying to talk us off a ledge. We literally wanted to quit. We couldn't handle it anymore. We had 2 semi-private clients, 2 personal training clients, and 3 online clients for a total of 7 clients. But in January, something happened.
So we ran a Kickstart. We got 10 Kickstart signups. We converted 6 of those Kickstarts. We had 5 new clients sign up for our semi-private model. We had 17 clients total, including those in our personal training and our online clients. So we went from 7 to 17 within 1 month. Some amazing results. We were finally getting real results for our clients, and they were happy and accomplishing their dreams. And we were rebuilding our community from the ground up. So in July of 2016, we had our best month ever with $16,000. We had our best year ever, surpassing 2015 revenue by $10,000. We were at $55,000 in July. We were at $10,500 a month in reoccurring revenue. Our clients, we had 22 semi-private clients, 4 personal training clients, some online clients. Now today, in October, we're expected to hit another best month ever of $20,000. Our annual revenue is going to be $120,000, more than double what we hit in 2015. We're at 33 semi-private clients. So we started with 2. We're now at 33. We have 8 personal training clients, 6 healthcare clients, and about 7 online clients.
We also had the great opportunity to revamp our studio, upgrade our fitness equipment, upgrade all my medical equipment so I can actually treat people the way I wanted to, and offer tremendous new growth for our clients and their experience. We also now have a trainer that we have employed and have taught, to teach the way we teach, so that when we leave, she could teach our classes. And in fact, that's what she's doing right now in Colorado. While we're here talking on stage, she's teaching the class as we speak. And with our overarching goal of really changing the face of healthcare, I want to have all my clients and the world experience their provider as not only their healthcare provider, but as their personal trainer and as their nutrition counselor. And can you imagine seeing your healthcare provider 2-3 times a week, as opposed to 2 to 3 times a year? It'd be an amazing world, I think.
So this is what our studio looked like before. This is with the renovations and new equipment. We had to rearrange because we were running multiple semi-privates at the same time. We added in a body composition machine. This is Sika medical grade body composition to really give our clients tangible results. But we're not perfect. Not every campaign has worked. Not every prospect and lead converts, even if they are your ideal client. But we've learned that you have to continue to be flexible, be passionate about your why, and be open to every opportunity that presents itself. And one of our biggest accomplishments is we have had 1,285 days of love and growth in our personal relationship and our professional relationship.
You have to understand that we spend all day, all night together. We live together, we work together, we play together. And I said, I had to bring this out, but 2 months ago I was looking at her and I said this in all honesty, and I didn't mean to be a jerk about it, but I was like, I can't believe I'm not sick of you yet.
Aww.
I'm a romantic, I'm sorry.
We divide and conquer in the business. We focus on the roles that we are best at. And for those of us who know us and our team and our studio, we call each other Mush. We are Team Mush. So I leave you with this. Alone we can do so little. Together we can do so much. And while Corey and I are super grateful to have each other, we're so grateful for this community because NPE has given us our dream and allowed us to grow as professionals. So thank you so much.